He literally took me to the studio, put me in there with some professional musicians, top-notch studio, engineers, mixing all that shit. We was a different fur in San Francisco. That was like one of the best studios in the Bay. And then he pulled up on the dude who gonna press up the cassettes, and then the dude is gonna press up the wax. I'm walking in the office with him, watching him do the deal, how much it costs. We go back and pick it up. I'm riding the car with him. We pull up to City Hall out in San Rafael, City Hall Records distribution. Walk in with him. I meet the man Walt. We selling tapes. When the shit sell, the wax and the tape sell, I'm right there in the car with him. We going back. We picking up the check. He dropping the check off at the bank. We running down to L.A., linking up with cats like Ice-T and motherfuckers and shit. And literally, Dean Hodges is the whole way telling me what he's doing, how he's doing his independent shit, what the plan is, just giving me the game. I had to make records were literally funded by drug money. Dean Hodges used to tell me, this guy right here, he likes to get the cassette tapes and the wax on consignment. This other guy over here, he's gonna pay you cash right off the rip. Dean getting all this money doing other shit, he kind of was losing interest in 75 Girls. We took his formula and started our shit. I went to some really famous drug dealers in East Oakland, West Oakland. The guy who I ended up starting Dangerous Music with was Ted Bohannon. He's probably spent about $100,000 out of the kindness of his heart that he believed in the movement, because he saw how when we put out the Freaky Tale single, it made a lot of money really fast. It's a lot of people that came to me and said, how did you do that shit? I felt like I had to find a drug dealer to finance my album. Drug dealers started trying to find a rapper to finance. When you get to Miami and Houston and New York, it's the same fucking story. There was no bank that was gonna finance hip hop. So the streets financed hip hop, period.
Well, I'm too short, baby, hear what I say. I never do work, but I always play. Cause the game is life and I play the game. So you never talk down on a player's name. When I grab my mic, I'm the one-man crew. Talking about me, wouldn't think about you. When you heard Too Short came to town, you never would have thought I'd be looking down on who? On you, cause I'm so big. Me and my money is all I dig. I don't eat ice cream or cherry pie. If you know what I mean, I'm just getting by. Like Too Short, baby, on the scene. Backseat riding in a limousine. Telling that freak all about me, the creator of Greater, sucker MC. Chilling out by the bay, singing my rap. No MC could rock like that. Now I said like fans say, no MC could rock my way. When I rap,
okay, how we gonna do it? Where he at?
What's that? Who that is? That sound like my home.
That's just your man.
Oh, my dog. What's poppin', Playboy?
Can you see me?
I can't see nothing, brother.
Okay. Well, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to picture now, y'all.
Yeah.
Quarter Kizzle.
Okay, now how I get to y'all?
All I see is your name, Playboy.
Okay, what about now?
Nope.
Okay, now here we go. Okay, now I want to see the nigga. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see how I get back. Show me, get me back to what to call it.
That's a clear picture of you right there.
Oh, no, that's how yours going. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Well, you must be on a new phone today, huh? I ain't even got my liquor today. You just muted your microphone.
Okay, now I said. Okay, now here we go. My microphone unmuted. Okay, is that all three of us?
Yes, but you gotta get the picture now, Shabazz.
How do I do that? Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Where you at?
Yeah,
you still black. Oh, there go my dog.
Hey, okay. Now,
Okay.
How do I make it big with all of us?
That's good right there. Give him the line so he can.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna set it up for him. Because I got it. I'm gonna let him do his own thing.
Yes.
Okay. Share. What does it say about share?
No, don't press share.
Don't press share for what?
Don't press share.
And they're gonna do it anyway, that nigga.
It's small, but
nephew.
gotta think about it.
Okay.
Take time.
Can y'all hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see us?
Yeah. We can see you when you talk. We can show you. Yeah.
I can see.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want him to do this on his own.
Yes.
I'm trying to be on the other side.
Hey. You
Hold
don't
on,
want
man.
me.
Hold on, man. Y'all, I'm trying to get Short on the other line while he's doing this interview right now.
Okay, good.
How's that look right there? Oh shit, he won't hold, man.
No,
How that look? How that look right there?
You froze up, pimp.
What about now?
You froze. Hey, look. Cut your camera. Oh, there you go. You moving now. Now you rolling, playboy. Now you rolling.
Can you see him?
Now you rolling.
Can you see Game?
I see both. I see him more than you, but you a little bit out the camera.
I'm finna get out. I'm finna get out this nigga's Cadillac.
Y'all in the lack. Y'all pimping, huh? You did.
We at the gas station starving them.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Man,
Here we go.
I see a studio back in the background.
You can see the huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, with all that equipment.
Come lay
yes.
down, come lay down some vocals, man.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm talking about. They need more lay down.
Okay, go ahead, Quarter. Start it up. Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, where you from, brother? Where you from?
I'm from Oakland.
Oaktown, man. I heard a lot about you, man. I heard a lot about you, man. Too short, huh, man?
All day long, town business.
You dig?
Always in the house.
Shit, how was East Oakland in the earlier days, man?
Oh, like Wild Wild West, man. Shit. Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable?
There's so many neighborhoods, you know?
Right,
Okay.
right.
And when I got him, I said, well, we can sell in Oakland. And there's 50 cities across the United States we can sell in. Not let alone the smaller cities in each market. You know? Man, we got 50 capitals. Okay?
Right.
All of them got black neighborhoods. That's a lot of sales right there. So when we first started dreaming about this, I told them how big it could get and what would happen. If we do good in Oakland, man, you know you got the style and his act would sell anywhere with blacks. Cause I mean he was real. You know, all blacks like the Too Short, man. He was really speaking about something that we could pertain to. Like I told him, I said, man, it ain't like we're gonna make it a local thing. No, this is for all blacks.
Right.
Just
Real
like I
talk.
was seeing and dreaming and what it was doing. Yeah. It wasn't no location like, well, you from here or there, you gonna like this. No. If you black out here in America, man, you gonna like Too Short. I knew that. So that's why I went ahead and put the money up and got them on out there, you know. Look at the terrain and, you know, look like being independent. Look how many record sales you can get just behind what I'm telling you right now. It's like 50 cities, and that's like a major city in each state. Let alone the next city down, you know, is a big city. You know, it's 100 motherfucking neighborhoods in the United States that you can just damn near go halfway gold if you can catch a fire like that.
How did you meet Too Short?
I met him off an old. My brother brought him to me. Cause see, I was working with Dramatics and Parliament and all this shit. This is when rap was kind of new. So I was already in the business a little bit, but I had never took off no rapping none. So I was pretty successful doing what I was doing, which is R&B kind of like. And my brother brought him by. I had about 5 acts, but we was all singing and doing like Slade, you know, some of the groups that was out during my time. You know, there was Slade, Cool in the Gang, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire. That's the kind of style I knew about and was on to. And also my brother said, well, why don't you try this out? I said, oh, that's rap. You know, I'm too old for that shit. But anyway, when he came around, I started checking him out. I said, shit, we're going to start putting him on behind the microphone And you called him a little bit more because I seen he had potential, right? And before you know it, when I go to the studio, man, you know, I record about 4 or 5 people in line. And they all get in line. And before you know it, I was like, well, sure, going first. You know, and they started noticing the same thing. I said, shit, this is gonna be our ticket right here. You know, we get short on. That's gonna open the door for us other people that's in the label. And they all seen it, and we got together with the seniors meeting and said, yeah, you're right. So that's how everybody started gearing up behind him. I'm talking about the lead singer for the Dramatics, Ouija. Rick James, keyboard player, was there. I had some name people there, and they seen the same thing. They said, yeah, dude, you're right. This rap shit might be something.
Facts.
So I got to all pull their talents, and they started teaching Shorty a lot of shit, right? And what happened? Like I said, we decided to make him our little mascot, our project, and he sucked it up real well. So he has some nice music behind him. He had a lot of connections just with me, and you know. But like I said, he was a rapper, so and that's why I met him. My brother brought him to me, and when I met him, I started getting into rap, and I see where shit. This is what the R&B shit is getting me old.
What's your brother name?
Yeah.
What's your brother name?
Jerry Hodges. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he on that interview with Blythe.
Okay, so so what made you invest in Too Short? Because I know it's something new. What made you invest in it?
Listen to this. When I came up with Short, every city had a rappers, local rappers, but they wasn't in the record stores yet. Nobody had went independent. At that time right there, it was all major labels, and they was in the same position. They was getting ready to make the transaction. They was checking out how rap sold. Okay? And I jumped the gun on them because I could see all rappers all they had to do rap packages was do the same thing as doing R&B acts. Get them in the stores. And a lot of blacks gonna get behind it because, like I say, right back then in '84, it wasn't no rappers in the stores. You see, they was all neighborhoods selling tapes and shit. I said, I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna put Short in the store. Right. Like you do a regular act. I'm gonna tell you something. These Short was the first rappers in Northern California to be in the record stores. Right? Because at that time when you go to the store, in the black section, there's a whole bunch of R&B and shit. I'm telling you. And then we put Short in there. I was the first motherfucker. He was the first motherfucker in the black section as a rapper. And everybody started following suit after that. But the thing I'm telling you is that, okay, when I got him in the record store, you know, everybody was like, ooh, you in the record store? You know, people, that was new to rap. People we weren't used to that. But that's when everybody started seeing and opening their eyes that this rap shit finna pick up, man.
How much in the early days, how much did you invest in Short in the beginning?
That was another good thing. See, they had it where, you know, in them days when a record company picked you up, they was spending a lot on you. But check this out, man. Rap music was the shit. You go in the garage and you can make an album. That was new to the shit. You can spend $5,000 and make enough material for an album. See, it didn't even cost that much. You gotta really know what's going on, man. For one thing, rap didn't cost a lot compared to they pick up a new record, a label. They pick up a new group back then as far as R&B. Man, it cost you $25,000 to $50,000 to do an album. That's because that's how them major labels had it all rigged up.
Right.
But they was mad about rap because a motherfucker gonna make a rap album for $5,000. So it was hard to get a rapper tied up, you know, paperwork because shit didn't cost that much. They could afford to then yeah. They
So
could
what-
then do their own album.
Ren, I like how you just took over my shit, nigga. But you're doing
Yeah.
good though, Ren. You doing
Huh?
good. You doing great, buddy.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, Paul.
You doing great, buddy. Fuck. This nigga that took my shit over. That's what's up.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, fuck that, running. You doing good. You doing real good. Come your ass down here and come edit this motherfucker. Nigga. Come your fucking ass down here.
Yeah, nigga. Okay, go ahead.
Y'all there?
Yeah, we there.
Yeah, but y'all camera froze up.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions to ask. I got some more.
Ask them motherfuckers. You doing good.
Man,
Don't worry, I'm sitting up here just
motherfucker.
nodding. I'm nodding. You dig? You doing good. Fuck.
You still there?
Or you something else.
I see y'all.
Hey, Ray, let
You
me
back?
tell you something, man. When you think about Short or LL, then what you got to look at was that they was the first of the tidal wave. They were all the rappers that was the beginning of a new thing. They was taking over R&B, black music. Rap was so new. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
If you really look back, you know the major companies which were owned by white people, they was fighting rap at first.
They didn't want
They
it.
wasn't pushing
They-
it
we
because
was
they couldn't make that much money off and control the rappers. And if you remember, they was like everybody was holding back to see how rap was gonna do. It was so new, and look what it did. It came on and on and on to the point now it's the only thing out there.
They can't stop it.
You know, so
Okay,
that's
so
the
now, so what's your first record that
the first record I did with Two Short was called "Girl That's Your Life," smoking that glass pipe. We did that record because everybody smoking bass then. But let me say something for a minute though. When you think about Short, since he was beginning, I was beginning of putting rap in the stores. That's how he got a foothold in, and he got his foot in there, and he stayed in there and got so big. What I mean by that is, if Short would have came into rapping 5 years later, it might be a little bit different, more
Okay.
competition. But when we got it, it wasn't no competition for rap. We
Okay.
was on the first rappers to get in the stores. You know, we was the
I
first.
want to ask him something, Ren.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, who was the biggest influence in your life, my man?
Like George Clinton.
Sly Stone.
George Clinton, boy, yeah.
Okay, now, okay, why did you call your record label 45 Girl Record? I mean, 75 Girl Record.
Export
They froze.
music. Yeah.
They froze up. Y'all can hear us?
But that's for music, the only way to go. Yeah.
What?
But you know what?
That's my car. It's bro. Let me see it, bro.
It's
Nah,
back.
you
My,
back rolling.
my
You
car,
back
my
rolling.
Tesla is sending messages to the phone.
Nah, you back rolling, brother. You back rolling.
You back rolling.
When Big Short came out, man, and the new rap was.
Did y'all hear what he said? He put his money.
Yes.
They said you wasting your money. They ain't gonna put that shit in the record stores. And I said, the only people going to the store is black people.
Right.
And then I know they're gonna buy the shit. This is my mind thinking. So I came at the right time with the right idea. And sure was agreeing with me. But like I said, rap was new, man. And they said, you ain't gonna be able to sell that. You can put that in the stores. I'm gonna Too Short ended up being the first motherfucking rapper in Northern California
That's right.
to be in stores and to do being Short started off. I'm telling you, it wasn't but like 4 or 5 major black guys independent. See, that's another thing that started this shit off. Russell Simmons, Lou Skywalker, the Ghetto Boys, and NWA. I'm telling you, I know because I was seeing what all the sales was. Anyway, it was about 4 independent guys. And that was another thing that fucking them. When you go independent, you can sell 100,000 records and make more money than you would on a major label selling 2 million.
We in a building with the person that kicked Too Short off, man.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
brother.
Me and Too Short dreamed up his career in my kitchen, man. Because when they brought him to me, everybody in my bed was R&B people, and they brought Short around. I checked him out like any other record producer supposed to do. You look at it, you say, "What can I do with this motherfucker?" And I sat on it for about 2 or 3 nights. And I said, "Fuck it, I'm like, what can I do with a rapper?" That's how new rapping was. I dreamed it up. I said, "You know what? Your ass will sell. You will sell because people that's going in the store and buying R&B black folks is the same ones they'll buy rap." But they didn't. The big labels didn't want us to know that. They didn't want us to think that. Keep in mind, they tried to stop us in the beginning.
And they spent big money trying to stop it.
Yeah, it took a long time for the major labels decided to put money in the rap. But by the time they did, all us black guys had such a foothold in the business that they couldn't stop us.
Right.
You know, the thing about rap was guys, instead of going to the major labels, we were able to go independent. And that's what turned it all out.
Right.
Cats like Skywalker, Russell Simmons, D, Price out there with the Ghetto Boys. Once we seen all that money you can make, that's the whole thing turned around then. We wasn't going back to selling out.
Somebody told me that Freaky Tales was about you.
The atmosphere he was talking about was true, man. That's how the bitches hanging around. Yeah, half the bitches true stories and a few of them ain't. But yeah, I mean, hey, that was the atmosphere. There was bitches around. We was in the music.
You did?
Yes,
You know
he
how
said
that
you
is.
had a lot of Polaroids, and then he was seeing all the pictures that you was taking of different girls.
Yeah. That was the atmosphere. I told you, he came in there and he sucked it up pretty well, man. You know, we was about 5, 8 years older than Short. I took him underneath my wing.
Yeah.
You know, and I one thing I said about Short, this is a business, man. You know, we see this as a business, not no fun and play and all that shit. A lot of people get in it, you know, and they start having too much fun and thinking toward all they want to do is have fun out of your career. But people like I said, Russell Simmons or Blue Skywalker, we was all thinking in terms of being business.
Well, check this out. Anyway, also Short was the first motherfucker from the town to go on Yo MTV Raps, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't it?
Right here in Richmond.
Rap was a thing about black businessmen showing our black brother rappers that we can do this for you. We didn't have to bow down to the contract and shit that the major labels are trying to do. And by them having start having some place to go with their talent and not getting screwed by all these major labels, rather start taking off.
Now, how did you end your relationship, you and Too Short?
I let him go to the Jive. See, I told him the dream was, I said, real Short, I'll get you to sell a whole bunch of records, independent, and watch. The major labels gonna start knocking at your door. I told him that. I kept my word. When they came, I went ahead and let them get a deal with Jive Records, because that was one of his dreams to go. You know, people, you can't stop that. Everybody want to go major. I ended up going to a major label, Jive, because I had promised him that, and so I wanted to, keep my promise. He wanted to do that. He thought that to be really known, which was true back then, to be really, really known, you had to be on a major label. You know,
and I want to say something for Dean in Dean's favor. All these cats now, Fab 40 and all these cats around here, they know Dean did all of this. Like Short talking about it now.
Being Short, I told him the majors was gonna come, but before they go, stick with the independent and bring that up.
Stay independent.
Right.
How many albums did you and Short do
We did 4.
First 4.
Out of about 23 albums, 4 of them is mine. The first 4.
The first 4, huh?
So after the 4th one, I let him go to Jive. That's when he did Life Is Too Short, and they picked him up because of Freaky Tales. So Freaky Tales is part of Jive and part of 75 Girls and Dangerous Music. You know, that's when they got noticed, and started knocking at the door and wanted, throw a lot of money out there and press them and try to get them on their label.
So how much you signed for the first album?
The first one was the major labels.
The first one with the major.
I don't know. I think it was $90,000, something like that. He got money from R. Kelly. Oh no! I'm sorry, go the way around. They created R. Kelly's. They took Too Short success and used some of his money to back R. Kelly back in the 90s, like 90, 91. That's how R. Kelly got started off, because they took some of the profit that they got from Too Short to sign R. Kelly.
Boy, your podcast is going to blow up, man, because you got some information that nobody never knew. They played it down.
Brother, this beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. Thank God, man. Thank God, man. Thank God. God touch your heart, bro.
So
the thing that's really important right here is that black brothers, instead of being rappers, not the rappers, but the black brothers decided to get record labels on their own and fight the big record companies, and that's what ended up making rap powerful, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That was a big turning point right there. Because they could come to their own black guys and have a record label as opposed to being so impressed and took over by the white boys and the major labels was gonna fuck them. That's what Prince talking about.
Check this out. That's when all the Jimmy Iovine's, Dick Griffin, all them predatory getting these dudes to sign and wasn't giving them shit.
Right, they work for the major labels.
See,
they sold out. Mm-hmm. They sold out. Like Master T, something like that. They take hard to stick with your brothers there. And we don't need the white man. We don't need the white man.
We don't.
We can do it better than them. Right. They're always trying to get these rappers and artists when they knew. And you know,
then they find one of these jigaboo clown ass niggas to go get cats and make them famous.
They're like TLC.
They rob all the art.
Right.
Artists. They don't see the small print. It's back then the small print. You supposed to get a lawyer and let it payment.
Make a long story short, whether it's rap, baseball, whatever, don't run away from your black companies, man.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. How did you meet George Clinton?
Oh, I met
at the concerts and buying the motherfucking record.
And we going backstage when they was coming.
And plus, you gotta look at this, man. You gotta look at like this. Oakland.
And the Funkadelics.
Yeah, I'm tell you how I met them. When they came to Oakland, they did us. Oakland always been known as having a lot of soul. Right. So when they came out here, they didn't want to stay at the hotel back in Berkeley. They want to come down here in the ghetto and look at us because we had a lot of soul.
And get high, eat good, and all that shit.
They came down here to us.
George Clinton, Paul, motherfucker.
You got him there, though.
He's still living. Him and Sly.
I know he's like 8 years old. Look, that's what happened. Them kind of cats so cool. They like James Brown. They came to the ghetto. They wanted to meet regular motherfuckers.
Tony, Dwayne Williams, may Allah rest his soul. I was the last person with the artist I was managing, and Ren got something going on with Cam Crazy. He did a feature on a guitar feature. Cam, you got the song. But anyway, a lot. Dwayne did Destiny Child right here in Oakland. They started right here.
That's a good question.
A lot of people going to know that.
How we need them. Now, they had to come to us, and we had to be with them. We just had to get the big, like Whitney Houston got fucked over by that dude twice. We just had to get the big white companies from up on out of the music business. Just like they did all the people back in the 50s. Lil Rich and all them, they just fucking black artists for the whole time.
How did you meet Sly and the Family Stone?
Huh?
Sly and the Family Stone. How you met?
Same way. They was in there. They wanted to come down here. Where they gonna find real brothers at? Where they gonna find real people? You know, we won't go hang out with the white people that run the record company. Nobody.
And then when they come to town, who gonna give somebody they go money and they don't come back? They want to come give cats they know every time they come here. Yeah. This is who we fuck with when we come. I mean, not no hotels at spots.
Right. You know? They can't hang out with them motherfucking white people. White people got them in the contract, no one's had nothing else to do with them. Tell them to be in the show. But in order to mix with the people, they had to come with the crowd of folks, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to give it up.
City too.
We're going to run. I mean, I want to give it up first for this brother for hooking us up with you with some real legends. Tupac starter, Too Short starter.
Oh yeah. So glad I met them in order to have a platform to speak some of the stuff I'm talking about, man. I appreciate it.
Productions.com and to Lil Ren from Mirror Vision. We know, because we get money, man. We ain't.
Ed Banks was with y'all from the beginning?
Yeah, he came on.
Very early, though. You might as well say it's early. Ed Banks came around the same time that Jive picked up Too Short.
Yeah.
See? He seen bigger money when he seen Jive come on.
Father Dom.
You know what I mean?
What's the other boy that got killed? Father Dom and other little rapping Ron.
Yeah.
All them cats came after
Short hooked up with Jive Records. He could have flock of people that really want to, hang around now. So they think, he's from the really big now. That's our brainwash. We being in a business,
Do you have any relationship with Spice One?
I was just about to ask that.
I had a relationship with his manager that was in charge of running him.
Chaz Hayes?
Let me say something real quick. Right now, if you grab a rapper and you say, well, where do you want to go? You want to go major or you want to find an independent? You know that a lot of them nowadays will say, I've taught the shit out of an independent now. Because we fucked around and showed them that the majors is fuck And now, but back in the day, no, but they run down your back and go major real quick.
Hey, 3%, y'all. We finna die out. So I don't want to y'all can block
Okay,
it out.
good, man.
Right now, they
We did our
All right,
thing.
Amir, we're gonna have to do this one more time. We're gonna have to do this again here, Amir.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna be in a better
Yeah,
shape.
because we got a lot of.
We're gonna go to my
Thank you.
All right,
All
brother.
right, man.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to
okay.
y'all.
Shout out to Dean.
All right, we gone.
Well, I'm too short, baby, hear what I say. I never do work, but I always play. Cause the game is life and I play the game. So you never talk down on a player's name. When I grab my mic, I'm the one-man crew. Talking about me, wouldn't think about you. When you heard Too Short came to town, you never would have thought I'd be looking down on who? On you, cause I'm so big. Me and my money is all I dig. I don't eat ice cream or cherry pie. If you know what I mean, I'm just getting by. Like Too Short, baby, on the scene. Backseat riding in a limousine. Telling that freak all about me, the creator of Greater, sucker MC. Chilling out by the bay, singing my rap. No MC could rock like that. Now I said like fans say, no MC could rock my way. When I rap, it's always great. Wouldn't care if it was live or on a tape. It's me, Short, the one and only, spitting that rap.